If you're stuck, choosing between grabbing Jiggly Wiggly Mommy Cantarella on her 2.8 rerun, or pulling Chisa before she disappears, or saving everything for Mornye in 3.0, you are not alone. This is one of those moments in Wuthering Waves where three strong supports overlap across two versions, and each one offers a very different kind of value. Let us break down what each of them truly brings to your account and figure out which choice gives you the best long-term return. Yo, welcome back to the channel. Kamusta po sa inyong lahat? Guys, I'm really tired and sick with a really bad cold. Been working since 4 a.m. in the morning, so it's been a 12-hour grind, and I still have a meeting at 8 p.m. tonight. So I will let my AI slave do much of the talking from this point on. Thanks.
Alrighty, V. You heard the man. Let's allow him to rest, and I will do the rest of the explaining. But before that, managing polls has become increasingly challenging as Resonators debut and rerun in rapid succession, making resource planning more important than ever. If you find yourself short on Asterites or Lunites heading into version 3.0, you can use my Loot Bar link in the description and pinned comment. Loot Bar offers competitive discounts, strong Trustpilot ratings, and a secure mobile top-up process that never requires sharing your account password. Using the link provides up to 25% off, plus an additional 10% off your first purchase. With that covered, let us return to the main discussion. Most conversations about Cantarella start the same way. People point to her healing and her ability to feed Jinxi's incandescence bar and how she slots into Frolova comps. She floated somewhere between fun to use and I'll try her when I'm bored. Those traits alone already make her a comfortable partner for Jinxi, especially if you want to run a team that does not rely on Frolova. She keeps Jinxi's meter full, keeps the flow of combat stable, and prevents your rotation from slipping into chaos. And if you happen to run Camellia and Roccia, things get even better. Plugging Cantarella into that Mono Havoc lineup brings a smoothness you can feel the moment you start a fight. She steadies everything, keeps your buffs active, and makes the entire rotation feel more controlled and predictable. And if you are one of those weirdos like me who paired Jinxi and Frolova sub-DPS with Cantarella, well, you're in luck because she slots in beautifully in that comp. But when you move into Frolova main DPS territory, Cantarella's value becomes even more obvious and far more layered. Shu Yuan's arrival did not simply strengthen Frolova as a carry, it completed the Frolova Shu Yuan Cantarella core in a way that feels almost engineered. Every part of that trio complements the others. Frolova drives the damage, Shu Yuan feeds her momentum with clean utility, and Cantarella ties the entire rotation together with healing that lands exactly when you need it, and buffs that always seem to activate at the perfect moment. The energy flow is so smooth it feels scripted, almost like the team is running on rails. Nothing feels forced, nothing feels clunky, and nothing ever slips out of rhythm. Cantarella is the quiet anchor that keeps the lineup steady, consistent, and shockingly forgiving even when the fight becomes messy. Then we have Chisa, quietly hanging out in the background like she's not doing anything special. Except she is. Chisa has no direct synergy with Frolova or Shu Yuan. She doesn't feed their mechanics, she doesn't buff their specific damage types, and yet she fits into the team surprisingly well. She hits fast, she hits constantly, and her damage output is nothing to scoff at. On top of that, she brings Havoc Bane and a reliable defense shred, which both any damage dealer appreciates. She's the kind of unit who slides into a team and immediately earns her keep through pure output and consistent debuffs. This is where the difference between Cantarella and Chisa becomes sharper. Cantarella focuses on buffing. She naturally boosts Havoc damage, which makes her a strong pick for Frolova and Roccia teams, but she's not locked into that role. Give her Empria Anthem or Moonlit Glow, and she shifts into buffing team attack instead. That opens up more team options than people give her credit for. Her personal damage is modest. It won't carry a fight, though it's still comfortably more than what the Shorekeeper brings. But that's not her purpose. She's there to lift your core damage dealers, not to take the spotlight from them. Chisa, meanwhile, is built for a completely different playstyle. She doesn't boost anyone else, she boosts the team simply by doing her own damage, applying her own debuffs, and pushing your rotation into a playstyle focused on negative statuses and defense shredding. She contributes directly to your team's total damage, and she does it through constant hits and clean debuffs. So if you're torn between picking up Chisa while she's still available, or saving your pulls for Cantarella for long-term AVIC stability, the real decision comes down to how you want your support slot to feel. Do you want someone who empowers your main carry, keeps your rotation steady, and ensures your damage dealer always looks good? That's Cantarella. Or do you want a support who does more of the damage herself, brings her own debuffs, and actively pushes your run forward with her constant output? That's Chisa. Both choices are valid. Both work in both early and late game. It really depends on what kind of experience you want in your lineup. And just to make things more interesting, Mourney is arriving soon in version 3.0, and she's not coming in quietly. She brings coordinated attack buffs that stack nicely into most rotations and make your entire team feel more synchronized. Because she scales with defense, she naturally becomes one of the tankiest healers in the game, which means she stays on the field longer, sustains more pressure, and rarely gets pushed out of rhythm. What elevates her even further is how her entire kit connects directly to the tune break mechanic that Kuro has been teasing. It almost feels as if she was designed with that future system as a foundation rather than an afterthought. Her coordinated hits feed into tune break setups. Her tankiness keeps the rotation stable, and her buffs make sure your carry benefits from every opportunity the new system provides. For players who like to plan ahead or want a support who will grow stronger as new mechanics roll in, Mourney is easily one of the most future-ready supports we've seen yet. The bigger picture you also need to consider is how negative status and tune break are being positioned by Kuro as the next major evolution of Wuthering Waves combat. These mechanics are not just side features, they're being presented as long-term pillars that will shape how future teams are built and how carries scale their damage. This is where Cantarella's value becomes more defined and also more limited. She's a classic Havoc support with clean healing, strong meter generation for Jin C, and reliable buffs. But she doesn't interact with negative status effects, and she doesn't influence tune break at all. She can still slot into future teams, but she's not designed to enhance the new mechanics that Kuro is clearly building toward. Until more traditional damage dealers arrive who benefit directly from her Havoc buffs or her healing-centric playstyle, her place in the meta will remain stable rather than expanding. That's not a weakness, but it does mean she won't naturally grow in value as fast as units who are built to plug into the next wave of combat systems. Choosing between Cantarella, Chisa, and Mourney isn't about picking the one perfect unit. It's about understanding what kind of support style you prefer and what kind of teams you enjoy building. Cantarella keeps your team smooth and empowers your main carry. Chisa adds her own damage and shapes your team around debuffs. Mourney arrives ready for the next era of mechanics and offers clean coordination. Each one offers a different kind of value, and knowing which one fits your playstyle is what will ultimately make your account stronger. So what about you? Are you leaning towards squeezing in a final Chisa pull before her banner ends, investing in Cantarella's rerun for long-term Havoc stability, or holding every Asterite for Mourney and the entire tune break future? Let me know your game plan in the comment section below. If this video resonated with you, please leave a like and subscribe. Ring that bell for massive version 3.0 gacha luck and maybe a sandwich. Thank you so much for watching. Maraming salamat po, and I will see you in my next video drop. Goodbye!